TackleBox82 here, and we're going to go over Sony's E3. Very lackluster, kind of boring E3. First part I'm upset about right off the bat is, again, no Final Fantasy VII Remake at all, anywhere E3. I'm beginning to think that it's just a dream that's gone and it's never going to be made. They started off with a guy on stage playing a banjo in a tent, and then that led into Last of Us 2 trailer. It looks really good. They had some what looked like in-game gameplay. It looked really brutal, but it was really nice looking. It looked like it's going to be more intense than the first one. And then they went into a very long intermission to move everybody out of that tent and into a different area, because that tent was solely set up for The Last of Us Part 2. Then they announced that a new Game Plus mode is coming to God of War, because people have been asking for that. They showed that there are going to be some Black Ops maps returning for Black Ops 4, and those were Jungle, Summit, Slums, and Firing Range, and some of those were also my favorite maps. They're also saying you can get them on Black Ops 3 if you order Black Ops 4 through PlayStation Store. And then they announced, just in case you didn't have Black Ops 3, it is now free for PlayStation Plus members as just a bonus that they dropped. But again, you would have to order Black Ops 4 through the PlayStation Store in order to get those maps on it. Then they recapped their road to E3, where they had showcased 5 games over 5 days. They showed off Tetris Effects, which I believe was a VR game. Then they showed Days Gone, looks like it's some sort of zombie survival game. Twin Mirror, some kind of weird mystery game. Ghost Giant, from the few seconds you saw that, I couldn't tell what that was. And then Beat Saber VR, which is kind of like a DDR type game, where you're, instead of stepping on a pad, you're slicing these blocks with an imaginary lightsaber. Then they went into Destiny 2's Forsaken, coming out September 4th. And after they drug all that on for, I believe it was 15 to 20 minutes, the intermission was finally over. Then they did this weird musical number of this guy dressed in what looked like feudal Japanish garb, playing a wind instrument, just a flowery field behind him, and it was kind of weird what was going into. And then it turns out it's going to be a game called Ghost of Tsushima? No, I'm not pronouncing that right. You're a swordsman with a horse. In the demo, he winds up teaming up with an archer, trying to save a monk. They wind up, she betrays them, they fight, and then they team up. You're fighting Mongols. It was a little all over the place, but it's looking like it could be an interesting game. Kind of remind me of Onimusha on the PlayStation 2. Then they showed Control. Looked like it was some kind of a psychological thriller / combat game that's coming in 2019. I want to see more on it. Then they showed a Resident Evil 2 trailer. It's coming out in 2019. It looks really impressive. Looks like maybe they've expanded a little bit on the story of the city being taken over, instead of just it happened and it's all taken over. But it does look like they've kept the survival horror and everything this genre was known for and that series was known for back then, and looks like it's pretty intact. So I'm excited for that. Then they showed one, I believe it was called Trivet Saves the Universe. Cartoony, weird sci-fi thing. It's from the creators of Rick and Morty. So you can hear voices from that show in there as well. And it's got kind of that weird vibe Rick and Morty has. I want to see more about that. Then they showed off the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, different than what we've seen before. A little bit more of the story with it. And they announced that they're going to release a limited edition PlayStation 4 Pro that is themed for Kingdom Hearts. And they announced that you will get all the Kingdom Hearts remakes along with Kingdom Hearts 3 in one package only for the PlayStation 4, since Kingdom Hearts 3 is also going to be on Xbox this time. They showed a new Death Stranding trailer. The game is still weird and confusing, other than the character carrying a bunch of stuff over long distances and weird ghost-like things, and a baby in some kind of bio-placenta thing strapped to his chest. Not sure what the game's about. Then they showed Neo 2, I believe is how you pronounce that. And then they did a pretty long thing for Marvel Spider-Man, and the Marvel Spider-Man looks really good. I've never really enjoyed the Spider-Man games before. The fighting in it kind of seemed like a Batman Arkham type feel to it and flow to it. But I want to see more on that later. That was looking pretty good. And, I mean, the Sony press conference really wasn't that amazing this year. A lot of them weren't. And as much as I hate to say it, Microsoft did better than Sony. But we'll see, what's coming between now and next year's E3, and hopefully next year's E3 will get better. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for your support, and you all have a good day.